Good afternoon. It is 9/11/2024. Council this morning had a couple of work sessions, and we are now ready to begin council time. Staff, would you please call the roll?
Councillor Young?
Here.
I think that's here.
Councillor Bowerman?
Present.
Councillor Marshall?
Here.
And Councillor Belcott and Chair Medvedji are out.
Thank you very much. We do have a quorum. Are there any amendments to the agenda today?
Yes, we would like to remove item 9.1.
And there being no objections from council to doing that, we are left with one executive session only, 9.2. Are there any other amendments?
No.
Did you say there are?
No, that was all. Thank you.
Okay, very good. So with that, we move into public comment. And the public comment today is on agenda items only. Our chair has gone over the rules of the participation many times over the last few weeks. So I won't do that this time, but let me just say that if anyone participates in, I'm going to call it bad mouthing so that you know what I mean exactly. Any staff member, any counselor, any member of the public that is in attendance or not. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm simply going to ask that staff mute your microphone, and then we will move on immediately from whatever was going to be your testimony. So that's how we'll proceed. So with that, are there any public comments?
Yes, we do have one here in the conference room and one online.
Very good. Thank you.
Carmen DeLeon, do you want to step up to the podium?
Thank you.
Do you want to put the microphone that way? Excuse me for one moment. Do you want me to sit down? No, go ahead and sit down there. We're just going to move the microphone right over there. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Thank you. Mm-hmm.
So, on the 16th, or no, what was it? It was on the August, 28th? Isn't that the minutes for today? Approval? So they were talking about, right, okay, so they said, well, first off, I want to say that looking at the video on TV, it looks like nobody's talking because the name covers up the face. So I was gonna ask if they could put the names on top, because I'm trying to guess who's talking, and I can't figure it out. So not only do I have a hearing problem, I can't see the lips moving because, look, well, now you don't have the names up on that one. I don't know why, but the ones at home have the names up, and I don't know who's saying anything. And so that we talked about on that day about the, leakage of funds, because it's a common sense thing that everybody, if you're going to buy a refrigerator, you're automatically going to Fry's. If you're going to buy a television set, microwave, you're automatically going to go to Portland, because you're automatically going to save $100 for a quick trip over the bridge. So why not? So, I mean, they were asking each other, well, do we shop differently? Well, yeah, because people in this town buy eggs, milk, but I need a microwave once a year, maybe once every 10 years, whatever. I'm going to go to Portland and save me $100 in taxes. And that's just common knowledge. I mean, maybe you guys don't know, but everybody I talk to, whenever they want to buy something big, TV, whatever, fax machine, printer, I'm going to go to, there's right across the bridge, there's a Best Buy. They got all the printers you want. Why would I buy it here in Vancouver, pay an extra whatever for taxes? So that's just a common sense thing that I want to bring about, that we did talk about on those minutes. And they talked about developing businesses for here in Vancouver. And then she talks about how great this delivery thing is. And I'm like, okay, that's like contradictory. Because if you sit at home and order stuff, then all you're doing is making Elon Musk a bigger billionaire. We need to get people out in the public again, COVID is over. We can socialize again. We can be out in the open. We don't need to be afraid of the air we breathe anymore. You know, you want local business, get people out of their homes and stop ordering stuff. I hate Amazon. I never order Amazon. I ask my kids. I'm like, don't you order that on Amazon. I'm gonna go find it somewhere because I want the foot traffic. They talked about developing up there, it used to be Town Plaza, wasn't it? But now it's where the bikes are, where my parents are buried, over there on Mill Plain and Grant, right? It used to be a Safeway. It used to be a mall, you know, and what? Everything's been killed by Amazon. We need to get the foot traffic. So if you want foot traffic, you gotta, you know, forget everything made in China.
Thank you very much. That is the end of your time. We appreciate your participation today. How about now moving to someone who is online?
Caller, you've been unmuted. Please state your name for the record and go ahead with your comment.
This is Kimberly Goheen-Elbin, Patriot Life citizen of Clark County, Washington, USA. So I've been noticing Mr. Medvedi being absent quite a bit, but Ms. Belcott, I'll be scanning a report of absences pertaining to Council Member Michelle Belcott for this last year of her absences. Speaking to your executive meetings that you've been holding consistently, I kind of am trying to figure it out. But so it is consistent. You're going to be being under RCW 42.30.110. 1-I is to consider matters affecting national security. So are you folks talking about national security these past, actually this whole year? So we the people want to know now. You are to talk to us about this, not in secret. So I'm kind of concerned that, especially during these next few weeks of high emergency, as far as I'm concerned, that you are considering matters of affecting national security. I want to know what that's about. Then it goes down to G, that you guys are doing to evaluate the qualifications of an applicant for public employment or to review the performance of a public employee. So I'm asking, what's that about? Okay, no more secrets. We want to know. This is September, and by the way, it is the remembrance of, I thought somebody would at least mention the Twin Towers that were destroyed 23 years ago. Nobody's mentioned that, not at all. I was actually going to mention it under your, let me get back to my thing here, your agenda on under the, oh, shoot, here it is. And it's okay, I can take my time. The Day of Remembrance, I thought that was going to be for the 9/11 and people that lost their lives there. However, you're doing also a good service for Day of Remembrance 5.3 here on your agenda for victims of homicide. So I get that. Also, I'd like to make this board aware of, and the public citizens, that Battleground, all students around the world, people, young people, are committing suicide, and you know the reason. We want transparency here to We the People. That's who I'm speaking of. I'm trying to wake up people. I thought today, again, was going to be a day of an emergency and proclaim those deaths and what's happened. And with voting coming up soon, an election for the sake of freedom here, we are in an emergency. Today is 9/11, and that's what I considered. I'm asking people to wake up and join in their assemblies at especially the Clark County Council meetings and at their local city council meetings.
That is the end of your time with us today. Are there others, staff, who wish to testify?
No, there is nobody else.
Thank you. That concludes public comment, and we move on to old business. Minutes of August 28, 2024.
I move approval of the minutes.
Is there a second? Appreciate it. Any discussion, edits, changes? And hearing none, those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. And that is unanimous. Thank you so much. Myself on mute. Now we move to new business, and we look first at Hispanic Heritage Month. Is this going to be with Jordan, Kathleen.
It's going to be me, Counselor. So for the record, Jordan Bogey, Policy Analyst. I am here today to talk to you here about Hispanic Heritage Month proclamation, and actually the next several items on the agenda will all be proclamations that I'll be sharing with you that we've got folks hoping to have proclaimed over the next month and a half or so. So this first one is for Hispanic Heritage Month, which, to my knowledge, we have not actually done as a county council before, and so that's an exciting thing. It was established in 1988 under Ronald Reagan, and now has been going on for quite a while now. And so worked with a couple of the local chapters of LULAC to put together the language for this. And so would ask council if they have any thoughts, edits, or would look for a thumbs up if council approves of the language here.
Any comments from council? Councilor Marshall, was that you?
Yes, I was just saying my thumb is up and appreciate this coming together. I believe Chair Medveji mentioned this, so Jordan was proactive putting it together.
That is correct.
Yes, and thank you for that. Is there another thumbs up? It's unanimous. Thank you. 5.2.
Thank you, councilors. This next one is one that council has done the last several years, and October is also Disability Employment Awareness Month. This comes from our Developmental Disabilities Advisory Board, and as the council gets ready to formally approve the membership of the new Accessible Community Advisory Committee, I think it's also timely in that way as well. And so again, would look for any edits or thoughts from council, or would be looking to see if council does approve and gives a thumbs up to this proclamation as well.
Comments? Is there a
Sounds
thumbs up?
good. Yep.
Unanimous. Thank you. 5.3.
Thank you, councilors. So this next one is Day of Remembrance for Homicide Victims, which is September 25th this year. This request comes to us from the prosecuting attorney's office. This is one that council has done in the past as well. And so again, would look for any thoughts that you might have on this proclamation, any edits, or if you are in favor, would be looking for a thumbs up for council guidance.
Comments? Is there a thumbs up?
Ceremony.
Was there a question?
Yes, sorry, it's Kathleen. I was just asking if this one gets read at the actual ceremony or if it's at a council meeting or both.
It definitely is read at the council meeting. My understanding, I don't think that this is read at the day of the event itself. This is sort of supplemental, just the council basically recognizing that this is an important day as well.
Any other questions or comments? Is there a thumbs up?
Thumbs up.
Unanimous. Thank you. 5.4.
Thank you, councilors. So this next one comes from us from NWCAVE, the National Women's Coalition Against Violence and Exploitation. They are awarding a longtime member, Linda Reed, their Rita Corbin Burns Humanitarian Award, which recognizes those who have gone through personal struggles but still advocate for the community and for the rights and needs of women through NWCAVE. And so they have asked if council would consider joining them in adding their voice to celebrate Linda in receiving this humanitarian award. And so would look for any thoughts or edits from council, or if you approve, a thumbs up.
Comments, questions? This is a
Supportive
local
again.
person, is it not?
That is correct, yes.
Okay, yeah, very good. And is there a thumbs up?
Yep.
It's unanimous. 5.5, please.
Wonderful. And so this is the final proclamation that I've got for you today, and this one comes to us from the Clark County Arts Commission. And they are celebrating James Lee Hansen. He is 99 years old. He is a sculptor who has his own foundry in Battleground that he started. He came back after being in the Navy during World War II and sort of created this very distinctive style of sculpture. And he has pieces all over the Northwest. You can find them in Clark County. There's one on the campus of Wazoo Vancouver. I think there may be a couple downtown here and all over the country, actually. And so they are celebrating him with a Lifetime Achievement Award in mid-October and have asked if council would, similar to the last one, join in them to basically celebrate his life and achievements for a proclamation as well. And so I don't have the text of that ready. I'm still working with the Arts Commission on that, but would be looking for council guidance generally that this is something that you would like to move forward with. And I will bring the full text back for approval from council when I have that, hopefully in the next week or two.
Thank you. Jordan, when this is discussed before council, would it be possible to have a few pictures of his work?
Absolutely. I can definitely do that.
That'd be great.
Just a
Are
comment
there
on-
any other questions?
I have a comment. They initially contacted me, and they're having an event because of Mr. Hansen's age. It's more convenient for him to do this at his home art studio. And so I'm willing to go and participate in that and read and present the proclamation there. I also think it would be nice to do it at a council meeting and having some of his art there as well. And maybe members of the Arts Commission could be there.
Very nice. Does that sound doable, Jordan?
Absolutely, yeah. And I think because of Mr. Hansen's advanced age, we probably would have folks from the Art Commission accepting on his behalf when the council does the proclamation at a meeting.
Great. Other comments? Is there a thumbs up?
Yep.
Glenn, I can't see you.
Yes, thumbs up.
Great. And that one is unanimous. Thank you so much, Jordan. And is there anything
Council.
else? No. So now we move to councilor reports. Do you have any?
Nothing from me.
How about you, Councilor Young? No? I have one that I'd like to give. It's from speaking with the Workforce Development Board, WSW, yesterday, I believe it was. We finalized the strategic plan, and that was quite an accomplishment. It's quite comprehensive and really quite well done. It includes EXA, which is capital E, little c, capital S, capital A, as their number one goal. And this stands for economic security for all. This is in response to a federal initiative and state initiative where the EXA program is a poverty reduction model that coordinates existing programs to increase their collective ability to help low-income people move towards self-sufficiency. And at the local level, EXA is run by partnerships of community service providers, incorporating the perspective of persons who have experienced living in poverty, and is convened and coordinated by local workforce development councils, of which we have 12 throughout the state of Washington. And just as an FYI, Governor Inslee will be here on October 10 in Clark County to celebrate the implementation of this initiative through WSW. So that's my report. Are there any other counselor reports? And hearing none, I'll ask for work session requests.
None.
This is a great meeting.
How about policy updates?
Just a couple of things briefly for you, counselors. Again, for the record, Jordan Bogey, policy analyst. I wanted to let you know at the last council time we had a bit of a discussion about the Dabbler timber sale, and council gave some direction to learn a little bit more about what's going on and report back. I can report that DNR has also been considering this issue, and they have delayed their conversation about the sale for a month. And so we'll be meeting with some representatives from DNR to learn a little bit more in a week or two. And so I'll have a little bit more to report, but just wanted to give you and the public a heads up that that has all been kind of delayed and that there will be some ongoing conversations about that. The next item. Oh,
For
sorry.
Jordan? Any questions for Jordan? Okay, I'm sorry, go right ahead.
Great. The next item I wanted to update council on is related to the interstate bridge replacement and the folks from the state IBR coming down to join council. They will be joining work sessions on October 30th. And so they will be able to, it sounds like it's going to be a half an hour presentation on the draft supplemental environmental impact statement for the bridge. And then also we'll have a half an hour for a question and answer session with council. And so that's going to be that format. And so we'll be joined, I think, by the assistant administrator for the IBR program that day.
Jordan, what in advance should council have thought about collectively in preparation for that session?
So by that time, the supplemental environmental impact statement will have been released. I don't have the exact date that it is being released, but I believe it is like late September when that's projected to come out. So so if folks are able to review that, I think that would be useful in facilitating some ability to talk through and have a good dialogue on that. And if there are specific questions or topics that council would like the IBR folks to cover during their presentation, I'd be happy to pass those along to them over the next month or so while we are waiting for them to be able to come down.
Very good. Other questions, comments from council?
I had received an email saying that September 20th would be the release date and start then the 60-day comment period on the environmental impact statement.
Okay, that sounds right. I knew it was late in September. So September 20th for the release of that draft supplemental environmental impact statement.
Jordan, do you see the council as making a statement, being one of the many groups that would?
I would think, yeah, if council has input, more than welcome to draft something up, and I'd be happy to do that. So I don't know if council wants to set up a dedicated time to discuss their reaction, maybe in early to mid-October. I'd be happy to facilitate that, or if you'd prefer to talk about it in one-on-ones and then have me just sort of collect each of your individual input, I'd be happy to do that as well.
How many pages do you anticipate this document will be?
It is likely to be rather lengthy.
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably guess at least 100 pages, if not substantially more.
I don't know if you'd be willing to look it over and maybe hit the highlights and one-on-ones or.
Absolutely.
I
can
think
definitely
that
do
it's
that.
going to be. I think it's going to be in the thousands of pages. I know it's over 1,000.
My.
The last one was, when they tried to do this previously, it was I think around 1,000 pages.
There'll be an executive summary.
That's why you got me. So I will happily dig through.
You lucky soul. Are there additional updates?
So the only other one I wanted to bring forward to council is related to, so there's an event tomorrow afternoon. The governor will be down to celebrate 3 different projects in Clark County for the Governor's Smart Community Awards. And so our Department of Planning is getting an award for the work they did on the code amendments that council adopted related to middle housing and developing more options for housing in the county. Also to the Commission on Aging for their work on the Aging Readiness Plan. And then to the Port of Kamas-Washougal and Clark Public Utilities, they're getting a joint award for their virtual net metering project. And so originally they had asked the chair to give some introductory remarks at that event. He is obviously not available this week. And so Councilor Belcott, as the vice chair, is going to be giving some remarks. And I just wanted to check with you. I know she's not feeling well. I did send her a note, but in case she's not feeling well tomorrow, just wanted to see if someone might be willing to step in tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock.
And is that here, at this building?
It'll be at the PSD Plaza outside.
Oh, outside that little, yeah. And there was a strict timeline or a timing on this of like less than a minute and a half or less than 2 minutes, so it's not a lengthy.
It would be brief remarks, like 2 minutes. I did draft up some remarks for Councilor Belcott, and so I could definitely share those with whoever. I hope that she is healthy and feeling great, but I just know that not knowing the nature of her illness exactly, I just wanted to check with council.
I had planned to attend, so if a last-minute backup is needed.
I will be there as well, but I'm happy having Councilor Marshall take care of that.
Thank you, Councilor Young.
You're welcome anytime.
And is that all?
Thank you, and that's all I've got for you today.
Thank you so much. Well, now we move into an executive session. It is 9.2 because 9.1 has been removed, and it is about 5 minutes in duration. RCW 42.30.110, paren 1, paren G. And do you anticipate, Leslie, any after action?
No.
Okay, very good. We'll just be responding on behalf of I recognize your voice. Thank you. So we will be back, nevertheless, in let's say by 1:35 for the purpose of adjourning. See you at that time.
128.
Commercial President.
First one here. Here I am.
Okay, very good. We have our quorum. Thank you all. We met in executive session on the matter that was shown on our agenda, and there is no after action at this time. I should point out that our attorney was present for the entirety of that discussion. And so at this time, our meeting is adjourned. Bye-bye.